All right, our next talk is called The Rude Awakening, the Transition to Sustainable Livelihood. Selamawit Zewdie is a PhD student at the Nelson Institute for Environmental Studies. Her research area looks at how emerging markets can leapfrog flawed systems to create and adapt to holistic, sustainable models that function equitably, ecologically, and economically. Please welcome Selamawit.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me. So on top, you'll see a beautiful sunset picture. That's from the city I was born and raised in, and it's Awassa, Ethiopia. And on the bottom, you see another similar beautiful sunset, and it's from the city that I have been educated in, and it's the beautiful city that we're in, Wisconsin, Madison. So let me tell you a little bit about Ethiopia. If when I say the word variety, basically it could be used as a synonym for Ethiopia. As you can see, there's a variety of cultures, people, tradition, but you may best know Ethiopia for its coffee. For coffee is Ethiopia is the birthplace of coffee, the other way around. So another cuisine that you may know from Ethiopia is the finger food, the flatbread. So those are the varieties that are found in Ethiopia. However, another important thing to know about Ethiopia is it's the third fastest growing economy that's not based on oil. So of course, growing up in a society like that, what do I want? To bring affluence and raise the standard of living for all the citizens. So I come to America, my family moved here to a great state of Wisconsin, and I see the American model, and I'm obsessed with it. I'm like, this is great, we could use this. Electricity all the time? Yes, sign me up, and sign everybody else up too. But as I grew up and went through the school systems, I wanted to build this. I wanted to copy this model, and I wanted to take it to Ethiopia and other developing countries and just replicate it so we could all have the affluence that we have here. And I know a few of you guys are thinking, oh, please don't do that. And that was my rude awakening, because if I wanted to do that, and as everybody wants to grow and come into this affluence that we know in the global society, we need, depending on the different estimates, anywhere between 7 to 15 different planets. Yes, I will repeat, 7 to 15 planets. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there's only one planet, and it is a finite resource. So what does this mean? So does this mean that I in America will continue to have this affluence while my relatives, citizens, and so on in Ethiopia and elsewhere will continue to not have it? So this was like a crisis moment for me, and I couldn't understand why a way of living was destroying us, basically. So what does this mean? And that's when I had to go back to the foundation, to a drawing table, and reteach myself what I have been taught. So what does growth mean? What does affluence mean? What does having access to what we fundamentally need mean? And this is when I came to the beautiful field of sustainability. So sustainability, I'm sure you have heard it defined so many times, but I'm going to tell you how I define it. It is the intersection of equity, economy, and ecology coming together. That nexus in the middle. Thank you. There you go. That's sustainability. So once I learned that, what do you do next? You teach. So I created a blog called Sustainably Abundant, and it was running for 2 years. Whatever I learned, it was so exciting. I'll be on it for 15 hours a day, share. So, okay, that was good, but I wanted to do more. So the next aspect was to build a mentorship program. So we developed Eco Entrepreneurs, which is a mentorship program that recruits potential entrepreneurs in Ethiopia, match them up with sustainability experts, and then help them build their business. So that's Eco Entrepreneur, or EEE Institute, if you want to, for short. So we are currently working with 2 entrepreneurship projects. The first one, a permaculture program with an Ethiopian entrepreneur who wants to be a farmer. Great, right? So what should we do? We should build permaculture. So we have mentored up with a permaculturist actually from the city of Madison. How great is that? That connection again, yes. So The next one that we're looking at is off-grid solar electric. 80% of Ethiopia's current population are off-grid. So let's not build, a grid system. Let's use solar panel. So that's the next phase we're looking at, and we're moving forward because I believe in actually the benefit of missing the industrial model. Hey, let's build a sustainable one instead, right? So one of my favorite quotes by Paulo Coelho is saying that once I found sustainability to be my mission, but he says, once you find your path, you must go. So you must go, so I'm going forward, and that's not a mistake. Ethiopia does have 13 months, so it's 13 months of sunshine, which is why we're doing solar, and I invite you all to join me on my journey. Thank you.